Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we explore the hidden stories and fascinating history behind old coins. And today we dive deep into the incredible legacy of the Washington Quarter from 1986, a coin that may seem ordinary to the casual eye, but is actually packed with history, artistry, and potential value that can surprise even experienced collectors. As we go through this journey together, we'll uncover how the Washington Quarter came to be, its evolution across decades, and what makes the 1986 edition especially unique and possibly valuable in the world of numismatics. To begin our journey, we have to go back to the early 1930s, a time when the United States was still reeling from the effects of the Great Depression, and in the middle of economic uncertainty in 1932, the United States Mint introduced the Washington Quarter as a way to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States, originally intended as a one-year commemorative coin. The design was so well received by the public and officials alike that it became a permanent part of the nation's circulating coinage, replacing the standing Liberty Quarter that had been in use since 1916. The original sculptor behind the Washington Quarter was John Flanagan, who based his design on the famous bust of Washington created by Jean-Antoine Houdon, a French sculptor who had actually met Washington in person. This design depicted Washington in profile facing left with the word "Liberty" above his head and the phrase "In God we trust" to his left and the date appearing below. Fast forward through several decades of American history through World War II, the economic booms of the 1950s, the cultural shifts of the 60s and 70s, the Washington Quarter remained a constant in the hands of Americans through vending machines, lunch counters, parking meters, and more, until in the mid-1970s when special bicentennial designs were introduced, briefly celebrating 200 years of American independence. The Washington Quarter resumed its standard design in 1977 and continued into the 1980s. By the time we reached 1986, America was in a very different place under the Reagan administration. Economic growth and technological innovation were shaping a new era, and the coins of this time are subtle reflections of this national character. The 1986 Washington Quarter was minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with a proof version also struck at the San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia Mint used the P Mint mark, the Denver Mint used the D mark, and the San Francisco proof carried an S on the coin just below Washington's ponytail on the obverse. In terms of composition, the 1986 quarter was made of a copper-nickel-clad combination featuring an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. The total weight of the coin came in at 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and a reeded edge, which was a standard feature carried over from earlier silver coinage. The reeded edge originally helped prevent coin clipping, where dishonest individuals shaved small amounts of precious metal off the edges of coins, and this tradition continued even when the coins no longer contained silver. Now let's turn our attention to the value and significance of the 1986 quarter in today's market. While millions of these coins were minted, and the vast majority were used in everyday transactions, there are specific examples that can be extremely valuable to collectors. For example, quarters in uncirculated condition, particularly those that have been professionally graded and encapsulated by organizations such as the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, can command higher values. Coins that